Arnold Schwarzenegger walks into Gold's Gym and sees the biggest bodybuilder he's ever faced standing in his territory. What happens in the next 12 minutes doesn't just start the greatest rivalry in bodybuilding history. It creates the mind games that define an era. And it proves that intimidation is a weapon more powerful than any muscle. Venice Beach, California, September 1973. Gold's Gym, the Iron Mecca, where champions are made and legends are tested. Arnold owns this place. Not legally, psychologically. Every bodybuilder here knows his name, respects his presence, moves aside when he trains. He's Mr. Olympia, the king, undefeated for 3 consecutive years, 6 feet 2 inches, 235 pounds of perfectly sculpted muscle, the Austrian oak, the most dominant bodybuilder alive. He walks through the door at 6 p.m. like always, black tank top, training pants, gym bag over his shoulder, confidence radiating from every step. But something is different today. The usual energy has shifted. Conversations quieter, lifters glancing toward the far corner, tension in the air thick enough to choke on. Arnold follows their eyes. There, by the squat rack, the biggest man Arnold has ever seen in person, 6 feet 5 inches, 285 pounds, arms like tree trunks, chest like a barrel, legs that make Arnold's look small, moving massive weight like it's nothing. Lou Ferrigno, 21 years old, from Brooklyn, Mr. Universe, rising star, the future they say, the one who might dethrone Arnold. They've never met face to face, only heard stories, seen magazine photos, studied each other from a distance like generals preparing for war. But now Lou is here, in Arnold's gym, on Arnold's territory, training during Arnold's time. This isn't coincidence. This is a statement. This is a challenge without words. In 12 minutes, Arnold will do something that changes their rivalry forever. Something that gets inside Lou's head so deep it stays there for years. Something that proves championships are won in the mind before they're won on stage. But before we see what happens, rewind. 2 weeks earlier, New York, a bodybuilding magazine interview. The reporter asks Lou about Arnold, about facing the champion. Arnold's good, Lou says carefully, but he's been on top too long. He's getting comfortable, complacent. I'm younger, hungrier, bigger. When we face each other at the Olympia, I'm taking his title. The quote runs in the magazine. Bold headline. Ferrigno, I'm taking Arnold's title. Arnold reads it in his Los Angeles apartment. Linda watches his face. Expects anger. Instead, Arnold smiles. Good, he says quietly. He's confident. That makes this easier. Linda knows that smile. That's the smile before Arnold destroys someone. Not with muscle, with psychology. He spends the next 2 weeks researching Lou, watching competition footage, studying his posing, his weaknesses, his body language when pressured. Lou is massive, no question, probably the biggest bodybuilder Arnold has faced. But big doesn't win Olympias. Confidence wins. Stage presence wins. And Arnold sees something in Lou's eyes during competitions. Doubt, brief, hidden, but there. Lou poses beautifully when alone, but when competitors stand next to him, something changes. His smile gets tight, his confidence wavers. He's still learning to handle pressure. Arnold calls his friend at Gold's Gym. When is Lou Ferrigno training there? Next week, Tuesday and Thursday, evening sessions. What time? 6 p.m. Arnold pauses. That's my time. I know. That's why I'm telling you. Arnold hangs up. 6 p.m. Thursday. He'll be there. Not to avoid Lou. To meet him. On Arnold's terms. Now. Gold's Gym. Thursday. 6 p.m. Lou finishes a set of heavy squats. 495 pounds. 8 reps, breathing hard but controlled. Strong. Impressive. He racks the weight. Turns. Sees Arnold watching from across the gym. Eye contact. Lou nods. Respectful. Acknowledging the champion. Arnold nods back, then walks straight toward him. Direct. No hesitation. The gym goes silent. Everyone stops training. Stops moving. This is history. 2 titans meeting for the first time. Arnold extends his hand. Lou Ferrigno, I've heard a lot about you. They say you're the future of bodybuilding. Lou takes it. The handshake firm. Both men testing each other's grip. Measuring strength through fingers and palms. Arnold, it's an honor to meet you. I've studied your career, your technique, everything. You're big, Arnold says, looking up slightly. Lou is 3 inches taller, noticeably bigger, 40, maybe 50 pounds heavier. Very big, probably the biggest bodybuilder I've ever seen in person. Your arms must be what, 22 inches? 22 and a half, Lou says. Can't help the pride in his voice. Arnold nods, genuinely impressed. Incredible. Mine are 21. You have me beat there. And everywhere else probably. Your legs look massive. Lou smiles. This is going better than expected. The champion acknowledging his size. Showing respect. Thank you. I've been training hard. Adding mass for the Olympia. It shows. Really shows. Arnold pauses, looks at the squat rack. How much you squatting these days? Just did 495 for 8. Strong. Very strong. Arnold pauses. You training for Olympia? Yeah. September. You competing? Arnold's smile doesn't reach his eyes. Of course. Defending my title. Silence. The air between them crackling. I read your interview, Arnold says casually. About taking my title. Lou's jaw tightens slightly. Yeah, I said that. Good. Confidence is important. You need to believe you can win. Arnold's tone isn't mocking, just matter of fact. But believing and doing are different things. I know, do you? Arnold steps closer. Not threatening, just closing distance. You know what separates champions from competitors, Lou? What? Champions perform under pressure. When everyone is watching. When the lights are brightest. When one mistake costs everything. He pauses. Competitors perform when it's safe. When it's practice. When nothing is at risk. Lou's face hardens. I can handle pressure. Can you? Arnold's eyes lock onto his. Let me test that. Right now. The gym leans forward, collectively holding breath. How? Lou asks. Arnold gestures at the squat rack. You just did 495 for 8. Impressive. Let's see if you can do it again. Right now, with everyone watching. Lou glances around. 20 bodybuilders staring at them. Cameras somewhere probably. This moment being witnessed. That's easy, Lou says. But his voice carries a slight edge. Good. Arnold steps back. Give space. Show me. Lou approaches the bar. Loads plates back to 495. His hands moving. Setting up. But something is different now. Before, this was training. Private. Just him and the weight. Now it's a test. Arnold watching. The gym watching. Pressure real and present. He gets under the bar. Sets his shoulders. The weight feels heavier somehow. Same plates. Same bar. Different context. He unracks it. Steps back. Drops into the first squat. Good depth. Drives up. 1. Second squat. Still good. But breathing harder. 2. Third squat. Depth slightly shallower. 3. Fourth squat. Struggling now. Face red. Form breaking slightly. 4. He racks the weight. Breathing hard. 4 reps, not 8. Not even close to 8. Arnold nods slowly. 4. Good effort. Lou's face burns. Not from exertion. From embarrassment. From understanding what just happened. It's the same weight, Lou says, voice tight. Yes, Arnold agrees. Same weight, different pressure. He steps closer again. Voice low. Only Lou can hear now. You see, Lou, the weight doesn't get heavier at the Olympia. The pressure does. The lights. The judges. The other competitors standing next to you. All that muscle you have. Impressive. But if your mind breaks under pressure, the muscle doesn't matter. Lou says nothing. Jaw clenched. I've been doing this for 7 years, Arnold continues quietly. I've learned that bodybuilding is 90% mental, 10% physical. You have the physical. No question. You might even be bigger than me by September. Pause. But I own the mental game. And until you learn to control your mind under pressure, you'll always be second place to someone who can. Arnold pats Lou's massive shoulder. Friendly. Almost brotherly. See you at the Olympia. Lou train hard. He walks away. Back to his corner of the gym. Starts his own workout. Calm. Unbothered. Like nothing happened. Lou stands by the squat rack. 20 bodybuilders watching him. Waiting to see how he responds. He loads the bar again. 495 pounds. Gets under it. This time he completes 6 reps, better. But still not 8. Still not what he did before Arnold arrived. He finishes his workout. 45 minutes of training. But his mind isn't fully present. Part of him keeps replaying those 4 reps, keep hearing Arnold's words. The pressure does. Over the next weeks, Lou trains obsessively. Adds weight. Adds volume. Adds size. By Olympia, he's 290 pounds. The biggest he's ever been. The biggest anyone has ever been at that height. He looks unstoppable. September 1973. Mr. Olympia. Brooklyn, New York. Lou's hometown. His crowd. His advantage. Backstage before prejudging. Lou is warming up. Pumping muscles. Getting ready. Looking massive in the mirror. Then Arnold walks in. Smaller than Lou, noticeably smaller. Maybe 240 now compared to Lou's 290. But Arnold is smiling. Relaxed. He approaches Lou. You look huge, Lou, really huge. Biggest I've ever seen anyone. Lou nods. Thank you. I mean it. If this was about size, you'd win easily. Pause. but we both know it's not just about size. Lou's pump deflates slightly. I'm ready, are you? Arnold adjusts his posing trunks. Because out there, 1,500 people are watching. Your family, your friends, your hometown, all expecting you to beat me. He leans closer. That's a lot of pressure, Lou. More than a squat rack at Gold's Gym. Lou's jaw tightens. I can handle it. We'll see. Arnold walks away. Leaves Lou alone with his thoughts. With the pressure building, with the doubt creeping in, they line up on stage. 10 competitors. Arnold in the center. Lou to his left, the biggest man on stage by far. The crowd goes wild for Lou, hometown hero. Local kid made good. He smiles, waves, poses. He looks incredible. Muscle everywhere. Definition sharp. Size unmatched. But when the judges call for comparisons, when Lou stands next to Arnold, something happens. What Arnold predicted. What he planted in Lou's mind at Gold's Gym. Lou's confidence wavers. Just slightly. His posing gets tight. His smile forced. His transitions less smooth. Arnold next to him looks smaller. But Arnold looks comfortable, confident, relaxed. Like he owns the stage. Like he's done this 1,000 times. The judges see it. The audience sees it. Lou sees it. In the end, Arnold wins his 4th Mr. Olympia. Lou places second. Close. Very close. But second. Backstage after, Lou sits alone, head in his hands, frustrated, angry at himself. He was bigger. He was more muscular. He should have won. Arnold appears, sits next to him. You were incredible out there, Lou, really incredible. Lou doesn't look up. I lost. This time. Yes. Arnold's voice is gentle. But you learned something today. What? That I was right. The battle is in the mind. You let me get in your head at Gold's Gym. You let me plant doubt. And that doubt grew. By the time you stepped on stage, you were fighting me and fighting yourself. Lou looks at him. How do I stop that? Arnold smiles. Experience. Time. Learning to control your thoughts under pressure. I've been doing this longer. I've made those mistakes already. You're just starting to learn. He stands. Keep training, Lou, keep growing. Keep learning. One day, you'll figure out the mental game. And when you do, you'll be dangerous. Arnold walks away. Leaves Lou processing. Over the following years, Lou competes multiple times. Gets bigger. Gets better. But never beats Arnold at his peak. The mental game, the seed planted that day at Gold's Gym, it never fully leaves. Years later, after both have retired, a reporter asks Lou about Arnold. About their rivalry. Arnold was the greatest mind player in bodybuilding history, Lou says. He could get inside your head with just a few words. Make you doubt yourself when you should be most confident. The reporter asks for an example. Lou tells the story. That day at Gold's Gym, the squat rack, the 495 pounds he handled easily until Arnold showed up. The 4 reps instead of 8. That was the moment I realized Arnold wasn't just a bodybuilder, Lou says. He was a strategist, a psychologist. He studied opponents like chess grandmasters study moves ahead. By the time you faced him on stage, he'd already beaten you mentally. How did he study you? Everything. Competition footage. Posing. Looking for moments when I showed doubt. He knew I was bigger, stronger, more gifted. But also younger, less experienced, more vulnerable to pressure. Arnold understood that the person who controls the psychological battlefield controls the outcome. Did you ever beat him? Lou shakes his head. Not when it mattered. Not at the Olympia. I won other shows. Built an incredible career. But against Arnold at his peak, he owned me mentally. Do you resent him? Lou surprises him. No. Arnold taught me that confidence without mental toughness is fragile. That size without psychology is incomplete. He made me better by exposing my weakness. At Gold's Gym, that 12 minutes, he showed me exactly where I was vulnerable. He pauses. I just wish I'd learned faster. By the time I figured out the mental game, Arnold was retiring, moving to acting. I never got the chance to face him again with the knowledge he taught me. The reporter asks one final question. If you could go back to that day, what would you do differently? Lou thinks. Nothing. Because changing that moment changes everything after. The lessons learned. The person I became. Arnold breaking me forced me to rebuild stronger. That's not just a competitor. That's a teacher. That moment at Gold's Gym. September 1973. 12 minutes that changed a rivalry. Arnold didn't outlift Lou, didn't outmuscle him, didn't prove physical superiority. He proved psychological superiority. Showed Lou that the real competition happens between the ears. That pressure is a weapon. That confidence can be shaken with the right words at the right moment. Arnold won 4 more Mr. Olympias after that. 7 total. Retired undefeated at his peak. Lou won Mr. Universe. Became a star. Had an incredible career. but never beat Arnold when it mattered most. The mind games work. The seeds planted at Gold's Gym grew into doubt that lasted years. So here's the question. When you face someone bigger, stronger, more talented than you, do you compete on their terms? Or do you find it differ? Do you resent him? Lou surprises him. No. Arnold taught me that confidence without mental toughness is fragile, that size without psychology is incomplete. He made me better by exposing my weakness. At Gold's Gym, that 12 minutes, he showed me exactly where I was vulnerable. He pauses. I just wish I'd learned faster. By the time I figured out the mental game, Arnold was retiring, moving to acting. I never got the chance to face him again with the knowledge he taught me. The reporter asks one final question. If you could go back to that day, what would you do differently? Lou thinks. Nothing. Because changing that moment changes everything after. The lessons learned. The person I became. Arnold breaking me forced me to rebuild stronger. That's not just a competitor. That's a teacher. That moment at Gold's Gym. September 1973. 12 minutes that changed a rivalry. Arnold didn't outlift Lou, didn't outmuscle him, didn't prove physical superiority. He proved psychological superiority. Showed Lou that the real competition happens between the ears. That pressure is a weapon. That confidence can be shaken with the right words at the right moment. Arnold won 4 more Mr. Olympias after that. 7 total. Retired undefeated at his peak. Lou won Mr. Universe. Became a star. Had an incredible career. But never beat Arnold when it mattered most. The mind games work. The seeds planted at Gold's Gym grew into doubt that lasted years. So here's the question. When you face someone bigger, stronger, more talented than you, do you compete on their terms? Or do you find a different battlefield? A battlefield where your strengths matter more than theirs. Arnold faced Lou Ferrigno, the biggest bodybuilder alive, and chose to fight in the mind, where size didn't matter, where experience and psychology ruled. That choice in a gym in Venice Beach defined a rivalry and proved that champions aren't just built in the weight room. They're built in the mental battles that most people never see. What battlefield are you choosing?